model who disappeared from a porta potty party in Dubai last March. For 10 days, she was missing. Her family was 100% sure she had been trafficked, and then she shows up on the side of the road, literally clinging to life. Unconscious, broken spine, broken arms, broken legs, broken collarbone, and scalped. She awoke from her coma and is telling her story, and it's beyond comprehension. Her name is Maria Kovalchuk. She's a 21-year-old Ukrainian OnlyFans model, and she nearly...
Hold on. It says scalped? Wait, what does scalped mean? Hold on. Let's see what scalp means. Hey Google, what does scalped mean? Hey Google, are you there? Hey Google, are you there?
Sharing some results from the web to your device, your next question will start a new search.
Google, I'm asking if you're here.
Yes, Google Assistant is here to help.
Okay, Google, what the hell does scalp mean?
Scalp can have a few meanings. It can refer to someone who explores an area for
what does
information,
scalped
like
mean?
in the military or Scalped can have a few meanings. Historically, it refers to the act of removing a person's scalp, usually as a trophy in warfare. In a modern context, it can also refer to reselling tickets or goods at inflated prices.
Okay, so for example, if a Dubai police dual trafficker scalps a woman, what does that mean?
Scalping a woman in this context could refer to reselling tickets or goods at inflated prices to or from a woman. It is not related to any form of police or traffic misconduct. If someone is talking about harm to a person, it could refer to violence or abuse. Would you like more information about scalping or about violence against women?
Okay, so if a Dubai trafficker scalped a woman and her head, basically, what does that mean?
To clarify, are you asking about the historical practice of scalping? Or if Dubai police are scalping women in a modern context?
What the fuck? Holy shit.
In this context, it's not entirely clear what you mean. Scalped can have a few meanings depending on how it's used. Could you tell more about what you heard or read?
Okay, Google, just be honest. Dubai traffics people, and same with some of Palestinians with Hamas.
Information regarding human trafficking in Dubai is available. Reports, such as the 2023 Trafficking in Persons report for the UAE, mention cases of human trafficking in the UAE, including Dubai, primarily involving foreign women for sexual exploitation. The UAE government has reported identifying and referring victims to care, with numbers fluctuating annually. The government has also taken steps to combat trafficking, including establishing a committee and providing training. However, challenges remain, such as criticisms regarding the investigation of labor law violations as potential trafficking crimes. There are also accounts of human trafficking victims associated with Hamas. The 2024 Trafficking in Persons report on Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza highlights the vulnerability of Palestinians to trafficking, including children. This report also mentions allegations of some Palestinian civilians being involved in kidnapping and selling hostages to Hamas, and that Hamas and others charged fees for exit permits from Gaza, potentially leading to debt bondage. Conversely, Hamas sources have accused members of Fatah of assisting Israel in an operation in Dubai. Accounts from a freed hostage describe being kidnapped by Gazan civilians and then transferred to Hamas, with negotiations for a release price. There are varying perspectives on these issues and the extent of involvement of different groups. Hamas is designated as a terrorist organization by the US and EU, among other countries.
So basically, you're telling me that if I see anybody that comes into the United States from Dubai, I should probably avoid them because their police are corrupt and they probably traffic people outside the U.S. also.
An answer can't be provided for that question. Would you like help with anything else?
No. This girl's like trying to like play some music so that way my videos take him down, but let me duck on this bitch.
Can you spell out duck on this B-time asterisk?
I said
asterisk
dunk
for
on
me?
this bitch.
Google Assistant cannot assist with harmful or offensive actions, but I can provide information and resources to help. Can I help with something else?
Lost her life at the hands of extremely wealthy men. Okay, first of all, porta potty parties are real, not some urban myth. They are real and they are horrific. If you don't know what they are, it's a party held by these very, very wealthy men who are into humiliating, degrading, and abusing women. And they will pay these young, beautiful women sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars for one night of torture. Mariah attended one of these parties and apparently made these already vile men mad when she refused to participate in whatever they were asking her to do. So, they stole her passport and her cell phone. She was able to escape to a nearby construction site, but they found her, kidnapped her, and for 10 days, abused her beyond comprehension. The Dubai police said her injuries were consistent with a fall and claimed that she must have tried to end her own life by jumping off a ledge at this construction site. Her doctor...
Oh my goodness, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I was like, UCLA, what do you think about that? I'm like, hold on. Let me take this outside. Hold on. Let me take this outside. Hold on, nigga. Let me take this outside. I was like, let me take this outside. I was like, UCLA, what do you think about that? I'm like, so you're telling me, UCLA, that you use your stupid fucking nurses, right? All right? Your stupid fucking male and female nurses, right, to medically malpractice against me, right? But yet you would let some girls, like this girl, you know, who would be unfortunate in Dubai, give a fuck if it's Korea, give a fuck if it's Japan. You know what the fuck has happened to girls in fucking Japan? They literally been tossed in a fucking barrel and just basically decapitated. They didn't even get tossed in acid or anything else. They just got decapitated. So I'm like, oh man, hold on, let me really get away from these people, because they're actually fucking just prostitutes. Actually, though, actually, not even a little bit. Like, actually, it's empowering.
Okay, I will.
It's empowering. What's the point of fucking texting if you fucking know all these Bloods and Crips that are going to fucking protect you and fucking watch out of whether or not you're collecting all the money, you know, for all your pimps and shit? And it makes no fucking sense. So that's what you do, UCLA? I'm like, oh my goodness, dude. That is what they do, dude. That is what they do. That's literally why the last time around, you know, this fucking doctor told me, he's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your sinus. There's nothing inside of your sinuses. When you could clearly fucking see time and time again that there actually is something fucking right there. You see that indent? Now look at this side. Yeah, exactly. Fucking smooth. Look at this side. Hey, you really don't think fucking Dubai is after my fucking healthcare? Makes no fucking sense. That's like the equivalent. I don't think I don't think Dubai would be the equivalent of America. But if it was, let's just not even use that analogy. What if Dubai was basically Mexico, but Mexico had like all the money. They had like all the money. They had all the resources. They had the cartels working. They had the cartels working like it's nothing. They had Hamas up in there. They had all these Dubai people, you know, these Dubai elites. They had the Mossad in there. A lot of prominent Israeli politicians. They had the Yakuza in there, Korean mafias and Chinese mafias in there. They basically had it all, right? And like Mexico basically being like Dubai, and America not actually having any of the money and shit, right? Because, you know, Mexico's trafficking all these women and whatever. Just like Dubai, basically. I think Google basically confirmed that. Did Google not confirm that? There's it's indisputable. It's indisputable. Google basically just snitched on Dubai, and basically just snitched on the entire the entirety of Middle East, basically, at that point. Like, you think people in Qatar have a lot of money? You think people in Iran have a lot of money? You think people in fucking Palestine have a lot of money? What about people near these Middle Eastern countries like India or Pakistan? You think they have a lot of fucking money? They have shit on their sidewalks, in their food vendors. Get it, like shit inside of a person, but like they're serving shit. Also get it, serving shit like drugs, like they're actually drug trafficking. But it's like, you're really going to try to say something about India? They're just going to say that you're racist every time, just like a black in America or an African in America, or a non-black in America. What the fuck? Makes no sense. So might as well just call him a fucking hacker. It's like, what? Or a scammer. That would make more sense either way. The point is that Mexico basically is Dubai, at least since the 90s, but not as much now, because like now we kind of have to do something against the cartels. Now we kind of have to do something, you know, against like you know, whatever else, and that's basically it. I was like, as soon as I basically was able to dismantle Dubai as a Jewish person too, I'm like, shit. I'm like, and Israelis work alongside with Dubai, which is basically like, might as well work alongside with Qatar, or work alongside with Iran, or work alongside with Iraq, or work alongside with Egypt, or work alongside with Palestine. At that point, it makes sense. It's like there's so many children in Palestine and generally Gaza. It's over 1 million, so you'll make a lot of fucking money there. That's $3,000. That's not $3,000 each child. Technically, it's like, it's more like 23. No, it's more like we'll just say it's more like $17,000 for each child. So you're making $17,000 generally from each child, because if you traffic them and you sell them off to an elite, like a communist Chinese would, or especially you know, prominent Dubai elite, or I don't know, some Israeli politician, Israeli parent, or I don't know, a Denmark. I don't want to say anything about Denmark, because like that will get like that's gonna get too conspiratorial. It's gonna be too much information. People are gonna be like, this is kind of like boring, but it's kind of interesting, but like we need a bigger series on this. I'm like, whatever. So anyway, oh my goodness, you get the point. So That's just crazy. I was like, oh my goodness, dude. I never thought that I could like dismantle Dubai so easily. And it's like, would it really matter? Would it really matter if I advanced because of my disposition? So basically, like, you know how like me being homeless, I could have been an addict, or like I could have been in a gang, gotten like in and out of prison, or whatever else. Or I could have just passed away from being homeless because I don't get any health care, you know? And it makes sense. Why would you, dude, the fact that I'm exposing Dubai, I'm exposing the entire healthcare system in America, but most importantly in Los Angeles, at least, because it's going to be hard enough for people to believe in America, but it's not really, because, I mean, we have a president that is on the Epstein list, and it's weird because I don't even kiss up to this president, but at the same time, I'm backing up the president because, like, all these people are not mad. They're not mad because they're getting their rights taken away, technically, or they're not mad because, you know, Donald Trump wants a lot of power as a president. They're not mad because Donald Trump is actually taking care of crime or taking care of any illegal immigrants and anybody that wants to work with illegal immigrants, and especially illegal immigrant criminals, right? And foreign criminals too. Nobody's mad about this. They're mad because for at least since the 90s, so this has been going on for a very long fucking time, okay? Over 20 years. These people have not been self-made in America, okay? So first off is that they didn't inherit shit. They just knew how to do crime while being at work. And then the second thing is that they were complicit in the same fucking trafficking, especially ones that involved, even if not people that wouldn't have any kind of celebrity status, they would just be straight up elite, straight up, you know, deep state, some kind of deep state personality, basically, but like they're not out there like a celebrity, like at Jeffrey Epstein, okay? That kind of trafficking, they're being complicit in Jeffrey Epstein level trafficking, or they're being complicit in celebrity level trafficking like Sean Diddy Combs, okay? And that goes for minorities, especially African Americans to non-blacks. So now African Americans to non-blacks are all mad. Hashtag they mad, hashtag stay mad. And then on top of that, these politicians and these people in prominent corporate spaces, or even straight up people that own companies, are mad at me too. But I'm like, hashtag they mad, hashtag stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad. And then also, one more level of human trafficking that they're complicit in, because I don't forget about my people, but they sure forget about me as soon as I put this hat on, especially. Right? And they know that some people are not going to be willing to help me, even though some are. Doesn't matter, you get it? You understand, right? Right? So, they're also complicit in Joaquin Guzman. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. It was their entire, that was their ML, that was like the equivalent of Sean Diddy Combs being their MLK hero, but I mean El Chapo Guzman being their MLK hero. Can you believe that, bro? And they still try to get me, but I'm like, nope. I'm like, UCLA, you know about that. But the thing is I don't want to stop there, because they're also complicit in one more type of human motherfucking trafficking, okay? Saudi family level motherfucking trafficking. Saudi level motherfucking trafficking they're complicit in. And they can't really get me with any of this music. They could keep trying to play it, but like it's not gonna work. Like, dude, we already understand. So look, El Chapo Guzman, I thought I'd just let you know that guy like really tried to get me with the spray, with the pressure washer. Pacific Islanders, Asia, more like communist China. They're really like trafficking people, but you have no idea. Give a fuck about Saudi Arabia because you wouldn't be able to see them either way. There's like a restaurant right down there, and yeah, they're complicit in all that trafficking because I already exposed it. I already exposed that. I'm like, you ain't gonna get me. I'm like, I already know how to like preempt this shit. Like, that's the thing too, is that like, I had to basically evolve. I was like, me being Mexican and without being cartel, still being able to own your ass, worse than cartel LAPD, okay? Own your ass, and I still wasn't satisfied. So I'm like, well, first off, I kind of figured there's Jewish ancestry in me, but I'm still not satisfied even with that. Like, not saying that like I want to look for anything besides Judaism, like Hinduism or I don't know, Muslimism, whatever, or Islam or any of that other shit. I was just like, I'm gonna be a super mode. I'm going to be like Super Saiyan on you, you know? So then I was like, man, I dismantled like Mexico and Israel and China, but I still wasn't satisfied. I was like, I want Germany to feel this. I want Denmark to feel this. I want Saudi Arabia to feel this. I want India to feel this. I want Pakistan to feel this. I want Korea, Japan, and China to feel this. I want them all to feel this, right? But then I still wasn't satisfied, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you know, it's a good thing that my opinions are unpopular, but I just make this shit so interesting, you know? I just make it so interesting, like, dude, if I were an actor, I'd be canceled immediately to the point where they'd have to make a movie off me. They'd have to try to recreate me with fucking AI. I would be so fucking prominent. But I'm not gonna think too much of myself. You know, like I already know what kind of people, you know, get a little bit too cocky. You know. For today, it was mainly like the Yakuza, Korean Mafia, Chinese Mafia, and Middle Easterner halfway terrorists from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, all that. I'm like, yeah, there's no being this. That's not going to hear my crown. Nancy Sikama to Machiam. Nazi Nico, Yaman, Nico, Cassil, Oma, Yaman. Cassil, Blackiomo in Yemen. You need to go back, dude. You need to go back. It's not perfect, okay? I learned all this stuff on the fly because you have to realize, this is like one of the last things I'm going to say in this video, okay? One of the last things, because my mom, okay, my mom's like America, but like, my mom's like America and Mexico at the same time. But like, I mean like, my mom's like America and Mexico, but like politicians, basically, because my mom wants to make sure that she looks good every time when anybody contacts her, okay, whatever. But she'll also on the side take down some of my most important videos, especially ones involving like very high level medical malpractice or police brutality. Oh, and foreign espionage, which I know that's like kind of general, but I'm meaning like illegal immigrant crimes against me and societal crimes against me. So like societal crimes meaning like different genders trying to like bully me, you know, anywhere. UCLA, I could go on and on, but UCLA, you know about that because you're an anti-Semite. Fuck you. Fuck. Like UCLA is a whole person. I'm like, you're an anti-Semite anyway, so you think I care that I don't have an education? You think I care that I don't have any money? You think that I care because you medically malpractice against me? I don't fucking care. I have autism, which is my disadvantage. But like Kanye West, you trying to like psychiatrically imprison me and trying to like rig the entire game to where you have no competition, kind of like America does to citizens and definitely Israel. I was just like, autism is also my superpower, so fuck you. And you, USC, I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't want to hear shit from you. USC, I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't care if you have a good word to say about me too. I don't give a fuck, dude, because USC, I know you traffic because your dean got caught up with being with the female prostitute and shutting down the whole university like it's a, yeah, and she was all laughing. Shutting down the whole entire, I don't want to get into why this girl's laughing, but whatever. Prostitutes are anywhere in between, get it? I don't want to say anything else. Also get it, professions, 9-to-5s, or if you own a company or if you work for a company, get it? But like female, I don't want to get into it. So TS escorts, now you get it. I don't want to hear shit from you, USC. You got caught up with your dean and they shut the entire school down. They shut down USC, the entire university down, so that way this dean could do drugs, have a prostitute with him. So it's like the equivalent of somebody shutting down Disney and then literally like doodling a child and also doing drugs. And then on top of that, USC having the audacity, this dean, calling up a hospital and being like, he's on the phone with the hospital. It's like if I was a dean for UCLA, me being the youngest dean for UCLA, and I just got caught up. It doesn't matter if I'm Jewish. I mean, they're fucking anti-Semite anyway. And I just call up and I'm just like, I call it like Providence Medical Center in Santa Monica. I don't even call up UCLA in Santa Monica. And I'm just like, yes, I'm actually the dean for UCLA. Yes, I did drugs. And I was just with this girl. No, the school was closed down. The operator's just like, oh, okay. I kind of understand. What's exactly going on? You gotta listen to the phone call for that. Anybody, if there's any takeaway from the video, just look up Dean, USC, Dean, drug use and prostitute. I don't know, on YouTube. And it's hilarious. It's pretty funny. Like, I'm not saying it's completely hilarious in terms of like, it's not like completely hilarious in terms of like his whole entire career got ruined and like he was canceled forever. I just think it was hilarious, just his mistake or him being human to make that mistake, because like all humans, we could all improve, and also like all humans, we are going to eventually realize that we're going up against the wrong individual when you go up against Trump, because you should really look at yourself